A child born today will grow up with no conception of privacy at all. They'll never know what it means to have a private moment to themselves, an unrecorded, unanalyzed thought. And that's a problem because privacy matters. Privacy is what allows us to determine who we are and who we want to be.
Katie, let me just follow up with you because there was a lot there as well in your analysis. This magical safe place where this data could exist, where Americans can feel confident that their civil liberties are not being violated. Where would that be? What would that even look like?
We don't know, and that's the big question. I was at a meeting with the head of NSA about a month ago, and he talked about, if you guys have a better idea, if you don't like the fact that NSA is collecting and keeping this data, tell me what's a better idea. How can we safeguard security as well as safeguard privacy rights? I don't think anybody has the answer. There are problems with the multiple service providers keeping it, different places, different records. There's obviously a problem with the federal government keeping it, the opportunity and potential for government abuse of it. And then if there's some new entity created, well, that has problems as well. That's going to be the big question, Jenna. We'll have to see what happens next.
And I'm curious, Michael,
there's no magic.
I'm curious on Michael's thoughts on this as well, Michael, because as we saw post 9/11, the Department of Homeland Security was a new department, only of several dozen people. Now it's a department of more than 200,000 people working in that agency. And one of the big questions we've had to tackle about national security is whether or not our bureaucracy works against us. And so I'm curious on your observation of what the president had to say and whether or not you agree with the road it seems that we're taking with more panels and additional committees and maybe new agencies.
Well, it's similar to KT. It's hard to argue with the rationale that the president laid out. But, in terms of governance, it comes down to who we're going to be making a decision as to what is a compelling interest to go and, in fact, go and surveil the foreign national overseas. But what was fascinating about what the president talked about, he obviously smacked Snowden. He smacked Russia in terms of their complicity with Snowden. And he also said to the foreign leaders who were criticizing us, hey, we know you're collecting against us too, so stop being holier than thou. Now, having said that, after all the reforms that the president has spoken about, tomorrow these collection systems are pretty much going to look very similar to the way they do today. If we had to take a look in the future. The question becomes, for folks who use this information, who make life and death determinations as to when to send troops, how to resource our Homeland Security apparatus, what is going to be changed in terms of the information we are going to be deriving? And I think what the president said was, after review, we found that the complaints were unfounded in terms of just a cavalier attitude by the intelligence community. One of the big problems here has been that we have reformed our intelligence community after a scandal. When in the 1960s, he referred to that, 9/11. Well, here we have to take a look at maintaining the capability and enhancing it to protect this country while also tipping the hat to the privacy concerns.